Speaking of which,
Yes.
and this is a little off topic here, but politically incorrect.
Okay, we're rambling, so why not?
So I was watching, the 80s. John Hughes was huge.
Sure.
Yeah, so he had, 16 Candles, Breakfast Club, Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Home Alone.
Oh, yeah, that was John Hughes, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that Weird Science.
Sure.
Pretty in Pink, all those movies.
Right.
So I was flipping through Netflix the other night, and I just kind of wanted something kind of funny and lighthearted. So I watched 16 Candles.
Okay.
Long Duck Dong.
Yeah.
And as I was watching the movie, even though it was 1984,
right,
there were so many things, even in that movie, that would not fly today.
Oh, yeah.
All the fun in the world is gone.
Yeah.
Because I was watching it, and they were talking about that Long Duck Dong.
Right. Sure.
And they were referring to him as the weird Chinese guy.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And there was a point there where that guy that Molly Ringwald was after, that Jake Ryan, he went to her house, and that Long Duck Dong was recovering from his hangover.
Yeah.
And he goes, open up the door. He goes, no way, you beat up my face. He goes, well, you kicked me in the balls. He goes, that you? And he goes, yeah, that me. So he basically was mimicking a Chinese guy.
Right. Sure.
Well, that wouldn't go today.
No, he'd be sitting in that restaurant with that guy last week, writing apology notes.
Exactly, because he mimicked the Chinese guy in the dialect.
Yeah, how dare he?
And then Michael Anthony Hall and John Cusack and the other dudes were going to party.
Right. And
as they were at the door to go in, the two guys, there's Long Duck Dong. Demon's got it. He turns around, and the guys are hesitating to go into the house.
Right.
He goes, quit being such faggots.
Right. You can't say that now.
Well, that can't go over today.
No.
And then the grandpa who Long Duck Dong was staying with as an exchange student, he called the police to file a missing persons report. And he goes, what does he look like? He goes, well, he's Chinese. He was wearing a red Argyle sweater, khaki pants, and red shoes. No, he's not retarded. So I was picking little things out of there that we found funny.
Of course.
But we can't do that now.
No,
all the fun in the world is gone.
Yeah, God forbid you say that. Somebody will be offended.
Yeah, he said retarded. They said faggot. He mimicked the Chinese guy. Mm-hmm. All these are horrible things.
Dude, isn't it ironic that people are offended by the word retarded when actually retarded people wouldn't get the joke?
True.
It's their families that I guess would be upset.
Yeah. Well, we did that story late last year about the guy who left his job at Applebee's or Chili's or whatever because somebody used the word retarded.
Yeah.
And he was all upset about it, so he just up and left his shift, and the manager just thought he voluntarily quit.
Yeah, so he wouldn't pay him his
and
whatever.
He came back to work the next day, and they were like, "What are you doing here?" And he goes, "I work here." And he goes, "You quit yesterday."
Yeah, you're fired,
So
Dick.
what are you talking about? Well, you just walked off your shift.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you guys were saying retarded, and I was upset.
So? Take a walk, stupid. Now you're proving you're retarded.
And then, of course, his stupid wife had to take the Facebook about it.
She did.
Retarded. They were saying retard, and he was upset, and he told them to stop it, and they wouldn't. And they said, you're retarded for being upset about being retarded.
Yeah. That's horrible. My safe space was invaded.
Yeah.
Shut up.
A bunch of fags.
Bunch of bitches.
All right. Well, to get to Magnus's story, he wanted
Hold on, real quick before you come off of 16 Candles.
Yes.
Molly Ringwald, ever hot?
No.
Really?
Nah. I didn't care for her at all.
Gotta say, I rubbed 10 or 12 out.
Really? So I just not into the redheads.
I was into Molly Ringwald there for a minute, for that minute, but then by the time she didn't look as good in Breakfast Club, though.
Well, that was only like
a year later.
Yeah, it was like 2 years apart, not even 2 years.
She cut her hair short.
Yeah.
I was sort of into Molly Ringwald.
Really? Never did a thing for me.
I was younger than you, too. You were in your 20s when that came out.
True.
Right?
I was 20, well, what, 16 Candles?
Yeah.
I was late teens.
Okay, because I was
like 19, I think.
Yeah, so that would have made me like 13. Yeah. She was on TV. I rubbed one.
Okay.
To her.
Yeah, it didn't do it for me.
Yeah. She was one. This is so bad, but I'll share it anyway. Remember when we first got AOL and CompuServe and all that bullshit?
Yeah, back in the early 90s or mid 90s.
And you could fucking download like single pictures.
But it would take an hour.
It'd take forever. There was a picture of Molly Ringwald in some movie where they just had her tits out. And I fucking just tried to download this picture like 30 fucking times before I could ever get it because it kept freezing up.
Right.
Or the wife would come into the room or whatever.
The wife would come in the room.
I'm like clicking it out. Oh, what is this shit coming on?
Yeah, whatever.
I'm trying to get into my BBS.
Sure. God, the wife would come in the room.
Hate to say it, I was a pussy back
Oh, my God.
I was. But yeah, Molly Ringwald was one of my... Her and Alyssa Milano were my...
Oh, Alyssa Milano. That's more my speed.
She's fucking a hottie.
Yeah, even today.
Yeah, she still looks real good.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that she's on a crusade about fucking breastfeeding. Because there's nothing better than seeing her big tits out in a fucking restaurant.
Yeah, did you see that movie, Hall Pass?
Yes.
Did you see her big boobies in that movie?
Dude, I love her, man. Look, one of the few fucking... You know, I think I've said this on the air, and if not, I'll say it now. I hate vampire movies. Hate them. Embrace of the Vampire. Own it. Probably watched it 4,000 times. Just for the one scene where she's on the bed being fucking raped by the other chick. That fucking rocks. She's all naked, and the one guy's like kind of rubbing up on her a little bit, and then the other girl comes in and starts rubbing her tits and shit. Oh, fucking hot.
Yeah.
Very hot.
But yeah, in that Hall Pass movie though, she's very voluptuous in that movie.
She's got some nice tits, dude. Dude, one of those shows. This is stuff. I'm going to word this appropriately so that I can't be legally held in any way. You remember that she was on that show Charmed?
Yes.
That was one of the very few shows that I would watch with the ex because I just loved watching Alyssa Milano. I just loved watching her, and she always was running, which was even better.
Right.
Because she'd be running down the street, and those big-ass titties would be bouncing around. You'd be like, oh, God, I need to bang her bad.
So funny.
Love me some Alyssa Milano.
Sure.